hey, our concert is on May the 4th, let's just make this a movie concert. And so we're going to start off with, obviously that was music to Star Wars. John Williams, to me, I think John Williams saved the movie. You look at it like, it's kind of corny looking, it's there, but the John Williams, the music, is what really makes it epic. It's, if you don't believe that, within a couple of months after the premiere of the movie back in what year? 1977. Special effects, okay. 1970, within a couple of months, it was the top-selling classical album. And they wanted to have the soundtrack to that. They wanted to have it. And there was anybody remember the disco version of that? Came right after that. It was the #1 hit in the country. A disco version of Star Wars. It's crazy. But this is really kind of cool to be able to play. We've always played some kind of movie music, kind of sporadic throughout all the years. But I have not really dedicated a concert to soundtrack, to the movie music. It's really a great thing to listen to away from the theater, listening on stage. Some of y'all realize that the Texarkana Symphony this past fall played Star Wars: A New Hope on the big screen while the Texarkana Symphony played the live music. That was incredible. As a musician on stage trying to keep up with the music of John Williams, that was fantastic. So if y'all were out there, I'm sure y'all had a treat. It was really great to do that. These kids are so used to going to the theaters and watching the live action and all the music of the symphonic orchestras and stuff playing. It was never really like that at the beginning. Silent film, okay? I'm not going to say how many people were here by then. Silent film was up to about the mid-1920s, okay? So that was the one where you see people around like Charlie Chaplin and all these things doing stuff. There's no speaking, sometimes they'll have little cards and stuff what they're saying. But the music that was being provided was done by maybe a person playing the piano. And they had different little parts that they would play for some fast entertainment sections or maybe something slow. So they had some charts in their head what they want to play to go with it. So there wouldn't be this silent feeling through the theater. And also the projector was probably loud, going all the time. So it covered it up. 1927, we have the jazz singer. We actually now have sound on film. So they can watch that. Had to sync that up. This is kind of how it worked. It's a lot better now. 1933 was the first movie that they commissioned a composer to write for film. And that movie was King Kong, 1933. Actually, because before that, they would just use music from the classical composers, the romantic composers, because they could. And so it was already written. They just kind of made it work. Sometimes you might want to see Bugs Bunny. They still do that. When they always, I know that thing, So King Kong was the first one to have a composer to write for the specific film. And so on and on throughout the years. Of course, we have 1939 with Wizard of Oz, and that's introduced the world to color on the screen. So it was a new thing when they landed in the land of Oz. And so then we get on to, I guess we had using symphonies to play. London Symphony was the orchestra that recorded the Star Wars music. And we had actually in the 70s and some 80s, they started using synthesizers and electronics, and I don't like that. But it's kind of cool where you can have a couple of people to supply all the music, and a little cheap to do that, but nothing sounds as good as having a symphony orchestra playing it. They've come back to it. And so I think just listening to the beautiful music of the orchestra, playing the music away from it. One of the favorites, How to Tame Your Dragon, is beautiful music. Also, there's several great other composers, and we're going to have some of these on here. John Williams, mini music nominated. If you look at that, excellent. He's 93 years old, still kind of active. He's great in the writing and composing music, even away from the theater. Lord of the Rings. We're going to do Lord of the Rings and then the music of Harry Potter, and then I'll come back and talk to you a little bit more after those two. But hope you continue to enjoy our performance.